Hello all, this is JC3 from Is This Real? Do you want to start your own podcast? Then look no further than Buzzsprout.com. We here at Green Hour Media use Buzzsprout, and we love the team at Buzzsprout. They are all about helping you succeed. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in our show notes to let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. It gets you a $20 paid Amazon gift card if you sign up with a paid plan and helps support our show. Join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout.com to get your message out to the world.
From the Keith Vincent Kaola Studios in Paterson, New Jersey, Green Hour Media proudly presents Is This Real? Tonight, The Curse of the Bambino. Was it real? We'll find out. And now your host, JC3.
Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Tonight's episode, as Dad said, we are talking about the curse of the Bambino, and if you don't know who the Bambino is, that is Baby Ruth himself. We are talking about the curse of Babe Ruth on the Boston Red Sox. Good. Fuck him.
Well, shit, that escalated very quickly.
No,
All right.
There was some anger in that. Oh my
I am
God.
not a Boston fan. I am a proud New Yorker, and not a New Yorker. I'm from New Jersey, but I'm a proud New York fan. But in the booth tonight, as you heard, Dad say hello.
His teams never win, folks, but that's neither here nor there.
Fuck you.
It's been another abysmal fucking year.
And
They went down
Okay.
in thundering silence today.
Who
Got
are
lost to
you?
the
Say
dog.
hello to everybody.
Got lost of the Dolphins.
Hello, everybody, and how are you? And welcome to my sorrow.
All right, so we're gonna go a little bit different because the equipment tech is fucking up. We have Cito right next to Dad and one camera.
Oh, Cito's here.
Cito is
back.
here. Cito's back for the Curse of Bambino. Mr. West.
Mr. West is in the building.
Yes, the Muay Thai man himself.
No. Yeah.
We have the Pope himself. The Pope is here.
I'm the Pope.
The Pope is here. And I'm JC3. So I'm going to go around and I'm just going to ask everybody just a little bit about what they know, just from things that they've heard about what you know about the Curse of the Bambino. I mean, Dad, I know you know what it is. So I'm mostly actually going to Cito and Eric and Anthony.
Who'd you call me?
Mr. West.
Wow.
Cito, what do you know about the Curse of the Bambino?
All I know is that he was traded, and they would regret it.
Yes. Okay. Mr. West?
I am just hearing about this tonight.
Do you live under a rock, Mr.
I
West?
do.
I was with him, to be honest.
Oh, my God. Anthony?
I know that Babe Ruth was a black man.
No.
Actually, that's a very big conspiracy. Like,
Wait, what?
I'm not joking. We'll talk about this later on the show. But what I know about the Curse of the Bambino is he was traded in 1918. He went from the Red Sox over to the Yankees. And then for the next 86 years,
Almost 100 years.
almost 100 years, the Red Sox couldn't get out of their way. I think they had the longest active dry spell without a championship in sports history. But the Jets are a close second.
Jesus Christ, where are we? This is nothing to do about the Jets. Can we not talk about the Jets?
No, we're going to talk about the Jets. We're going to talk about fucking curses and that fucking drunk bastard Joe Namath, too. Okay, go ahead.
No, we're not. Okay. So, Dad.
Oh, my.
Patreon hours.
Dad.
Go ahead.
Because you were alive when the curse happened.
I got a collector go fuck yourselves for all five of you. Go ahead.
All right.
There's only four of us in the booth with you.
Well, whatever.
Telling yourself to go fuck yourself?
Why not?
The fifth one goes to Josh. He's not here, but fuck you.
What do you remember as far as growing up and hearing about this curse and stuff like
Listen,
that?
just what you had just said. That he was he was pissed off that he was traded from the Boston Red Sox to the Yankees, and he told them, he says, "You guys are never going to win another championship as long as I'm alive." And was that did he have the power to put a curse on somebody? I don't know. It seems to be because they didn't do anything till what 2012.
No, 2004.
I have a question.
What is your question, West?
Where did this curse originate from? Like, who came up with this idea?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I'll start off. I'll tell you the backstory. So, on December 26, 1919, which at 2022 was 103 years ago, the Boston Red Sox made the controversial and regrettable decision to sell Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees. Babe Ruth was called the Bambino. Mm-hmm. That was his nickname. And they sold him to the New York Yankees. It wasn't a trade. They sold him.
We're talking about baseball, folks.
Yes, we're talking about baseball.
Just backs up my idea that he was a black man.
Shut up.
And the white man sold him.
Shut up.
Oh, my God.
Prior to that point, the Boston Red Sox won 5 of the first 15 World Series titles in Major League Baseball history. So they had 1/3 of the titles when the World Series started. So 1/3. With Ruth being a member of 3 of those championship teams. He was a pitcher and a really good slugger. Ruth was the winning pitcher of 2 of the 6 games in the 1918 World Series, giving him the confidence to report late to spring training camp that following season and demanded a big payday from the Red Sox owner Harry Frazee. Mm-hmm. After Ruth negotiated a 3-year, $27,000 contract.
Wow.
That's a lot of money in 1918.
How much?
$27,000 for 3 years.
In 1918?
In 1918.
That's probably the equivalent to a few million back then.
Probably about $20 million.
Well, it's like $9,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
They get that in meal money in a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you right now. Hold up.
Okay.
Inflation of $27,000 from 1918.
Yes, 1918
to 2020. Well,
2022.
That is worth $550,000.
That's it?
In 2022. That's it. That's enough to pay my student loans 5 times over. That's it.
No, I understand that, but you would think to today's money, that especially for a player like Babe Ruth.
No, but think about it though. Think about it. That's when the dollar actually meant something. When it was backed by gold. When it, gas was only like 3 cents a gallon. Or something.
We didn't have airplanes yet. Like this is talking about 103 years ago.
Let's just put it like this. Also, this is also before like Babe Ruth was a big name, but when he got to the Yankees.
Well, you're in New York. You're going to be a bigger name. But I got a question about Babe Ruth. Maybe you guys can help me here. Now, I understand. He was a great ball player, whatever. Let's put it in perspective. There was nobody else at the time doing what he was doing.
Pitching and hitting.
And hitting. Okay.
No, there was a lot of people that during that time. That were
but not hitting like he was hitting. Now that would be
like I said, like I just said though, he wasn't. They said a sometime slugger during Babe Ruth's Red Sox period. He wasn't he was a better pitcher than he was a hitter.
Okay.
As far as when he got to the Yankees,
was he really that good?
Well, when you win 2 out of the 6 games in the World Series, and that's when they pitched like 9 innings, and then went to go drink a beer, and then pitched another 9 innings at that night. You know what I mean?
I could be honest with you. My uncle used to hang out with Babe Ruth at least 3 or 4 times that I know of.
Excuse me?
My uncle hung out with Babe Ruth after he would play in Yankee Stadium. He came down to Patterson. There was a bar right by Hinchcliffe Stadium, and my uncle would go there, and they'd all hang out together. My uncle had pictures. I got to find out if he still has them.
Felix, okay.
I'm about to say, I'm like, Uncle Pat's a little young for that.
No. And he...
Felix makes more sense.
Well, Felix was born in 1907, so,
right.
I mean, but anyway, he...
Your great Uncle Felix.
I didn't believe him either, but there he was. I mean, he literally... photos with Babe Ruth, and I'm like, you sure this wasn't a convention? He goes, what the fuck's a convention? They didn't have conventions then, I mean, and he said Babe Ruth drank like a fish.
Yes, he did.
He smoked cigars and cigarettes and everything else.
What you know as a sports athlete today, back in 1900s, that completely different people.
Yeah, seriously.
They drank in the dugout. They smoked in the dugout.
They went to they were just like, oh yeah, we're going to the bar after the game, because back then they weren't treated like. I mean, they were celebrities.
The bar was the game,
right? Yeah, but like they
banged chicks in the dugout. All stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, baseball was a lot more interesting.
All right, so in that year, that's why
y'all like this sport so much.
In 1918, when he negotiated his 3-year, $27,000 deal, the Red Sox went on to finish 6th in the American League that season, and then he wanted to renegotiate his deal after that year, and he wanted double of what he was making. So he wanted $54,000 a year,
which would be the equivalent to $1 million.
Probably. I mean, if you're
that's
doubling
about
that.
right.
Frazee, the owner, a theatrical producer and director who had suspiciously come to Boston from New York City, was already in debt from his 1916 purchase of the team and was in need of cash to finance a play called... Does anybody... Well, you guys probably... Yeah, do you know? Besides reading it?
No, I don't know.
Wait.
He was going to finance a play.
He was going to find the Phantom of the Opera?
No. Dad? My Lady Friends. Nobody... If you ask a Boston Red Sox fan, they know that by heart because they want... Like, every time they go past this guy's grave, they like spit on it.
Fuck him.
Well,
I have no love lost for any Boston fans.
So
I'm sorry.
He wanted to finance a play called My Lady Friends, which would go on to become the successful Broadway hit No No Nanette.
Okay, No No Nanette was big. Yeah.
He No No Nanette. Facing those.
I'm sorry. I don't know anything about theater. What is it? What does that mean? Like,
No Nanette was a Broadway play.
Yeah,
it was a play in the early
a musical
1900s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facing.
But wait, it was in Boston.
No, it
opened in Broadway in 1919, but he wanted to finance it.
When we say it's opening on Broadway, we mean like New York.
New York Broadway.
Yeah, there's no other type of there's a play opening and
I had that idea, but
maybe LA would be the closest, but I think that might be LA now, not LA then.
The closest equivalent would be Broadway. I'm sorry, would be West End in London.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey, Ryan. Hi, this is Sarah Palin.
Ryan, Donald Trump Jr.
Hogs to win, see you. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to check out a fellow Marines podcast.
My name is Ted Nugent, and I got a call from my buddy Ryan F. Samuels, and he wants me to tell you that he's a working hard, playing all-American son of a who is celebrating God, family, country.
Welcome to the Ryan Samuels Show, one of the top political podcasts in the United States, where we have a healthy distrust for government and mainstream media. The Ryan Samuels Show is a raw, unfiltered look at American politics.
Okay, yeah. Just leave him over there. So when we say... Now, he was Frazee was a New York... already a New York theater producer, and when he bought the team. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to get another play, which, again, becomes a very successful play, or musical. It's a musical, right? Mm-hmm. Financed. Facing those financial pressures, Frazee agreed to sell the rights of Babe Ruth to the Yankees, who at the time never appeared in a World Series.
I don't know.
Do you know how much
conspiracy might be true?
Do you know how much he got for Babe Ruth from the Yankees?
Wait. No, I do not.
How much did he get? What year is this?
1918.
1919. This is 1919.
So he bought out Babe Ruth's.
Well, the Yankees bought Babe Ruth from the Red Sox.
And how much did they pay? Okay,
I'm asking. Do you guys? Does anybody know?
$75,000.
Close, but no cigar. What'd you say?
$100,000.
$100,000. A staggering, for that time, $100,000 they bought Babe Ruth for, and he wanted his.
Damn, that's like the equivalent to like
almost
$8 million.
Almost quadrupled his contract.
Yep.
That they paid for him.
Yep. And he told him to get fucked.
While the Yankees went on to win 4 World Series with Babe Ruth.
Nice.
Now fully converted into a power-hitting position player. So he converted from a fantastic pitcher.
Yeah, because I've heard that Babe Ruth was like a slugger. Like he would just blast them out of Yankee Stadium, like legitimately, like blast them out of Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But when he was with the Red Sox, he was a prolific pitcher. And so this was in his younger days.
Wasn't he fat too?
He was a huskier type.
Okay.
That's just like I'm fat.
Babe Ruth thick.
Babe Ruth is not me. You know what I mean? Like Babe Ruth was a thicker boy, thick with 2 C's. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Big boy.
When he got to the Yankees, the
brother was a light skin.
Yeah. So basically, he turned around and he
was
won.
he on steroids or no? Was steroids a thing back then?
Steroids was not a thing back then.
No, the only thing he was on was steak and cigars
and alcohol.
All right, Ron Swanson.
So he gets sold to the Yankees for $100,000 in 1920, which what would be like $5 million now.
Something like that.
I would say
Yeah.
like close to 7 or something like
Yeah,
that.
so a lot of money gets Babe Ruth gets sold for.
27,000 was 500,000.
Yeah.
And 100,000.
You quadruple it, so it has to be somewhere upwards around like 2 million, 2.5, something like that.
Maybe 5 might be a stretch.
Well. So he goes to the Yankees, and in the 20s he wins 4 World Series with the Yankees. Yankees start becoming the Yankees that we know of.
I'm guessing around like what?
Not a fan of them either.
3 million.
Oh no, I'm not a fan of the
I'll
Yankees.
guess
now.
2.3 million.
That's still a lot.
You guys are still on this money thing?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I got really hyperfixated on it, and I was just like, I need to understand
They got hyperfixated in the money.
Hyperfixated. I don't think that's not.
So now fully converted to power hitting position player on their roster, and another 22 before the close of the 20th century. The Red Sox plunged into a decades-long abyss of frustration, even eerie finishes.
Wow.
And we're going to take a short little break, and then we're going to go into the despair of the Red Sox. We'll be right back.
Oh, gosh.
Hello, this is JC3 speaking. If you want to know more about Is This Real podcast and our parent company, Green Hour Media, then visit greenhourmedia.org. You can find and follow all of our social media pages through our website. If you love our content, then you can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Patreon page. Remember, that is greenhourmedia.org.
Eric, look. We are by the water finally. Ah, water. You know what you can put water in?
You know what water goes great in?
What?
My Is This Real coffee mug that you can get on www.greenarrowmedia.org. I'm not gonna drink that.
Welcome back, as we're talking about the curse of Bambino, a.k.a. the curse of Babe Ruth on the Boston Red Sox.
The light skin.
Can you stop it with that?
No.
Why? He's not a light skin.
Yes, he was.
No, he isn't.
Permission to smack him?
No.
Yes.
Do it. Do the elbow I showed you.
Wait. Smack me after you hear all the evidence. And then if you still decide that I'm wrong...
I think you need to get a shock collar for the motherfucker myself. But anyway.
We should give him a shock collar.
Kinky.
Ooh, that would...
All right.
That would be hilarious.
Okay, so do you want to say yours first?
Well, Dad had asked me. Dad had asked who coined the phrase "the curse of the Bambino." Well, that's by Dan Shaughnessy. In 1990, he wrote a book called "The Curse of the Bambino." So, for 80 years, we didn't have a name for this. We just knew that
they were cursed.
They were cursed. And then you have this guy writes a book in 1990, Dan Shaughnessy, The Curse of the Bambino, and that's what everyone knows it now as.
And this was in 89, you said?
So that was 1990. So you're talking 82 years after he gets traded, and they haven't. Well, sorry, 82 years, right? Or 72 years? 72 years. Sorry. They haven't won anything for 72 years. And this guy writes a book called The Curse of the Bambino. It blows up. So I still say that we can call it the curse of the Joe Namath curse. And that's all we can call it. Because the Jets will not win a Super Bowl in my lifetime.
My God, shut up. No, we're not talking about the Jets.
Bullshit.
All right? This is about the Red Sox. Anyhow.
Babe Ruth.
You ready to hear this? Okay. So, as I was saying, in the 84 seasons after Babe Ruth, the Red Sox reached the World Series just 4 times, 1946, 1967, 1975, and 1986. Losing each of the one in the 7th and final game. So they brought so there's 7 games, if you guys don't know how the baseball World Series works out.
I understand how the I understand how the baseball World Series works.
Yeah.
At least like how
You understand it too, Sito?
Yeah, I understand.
So for anybody
that
who's out
part.
there that's listening to us, Baseball World Series, there's 7 games. It's best out of 7. So if you win 4 games,
You win.
You win. You win the series. You win the World Series. You win whatever.
You're the champion.
Yeah.
You
So
are
again, but
the
if
champion.
it's tied after 6, 3 wins, they go to a game 7. And all 4 of the World Series since Babe Ruth was bought by the Yankees, they lost all 4 in game 7s in mysterious ways.
No, not mysterious. It's pretty obvious that they lost.
No,
They
mysterious. There's mysterious ways. And
All right, okay.
when a ball, I'll get to the. These are the reported curse results of this. Okay, so in 1946, the Red Sox appeared in the first World Series since the sale of Babe Ruth and were favored to beat the St. Louis Cardinals. The series went to a 7th game at Sportsman Park in St. Louis. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the score was tied at 3-3. The Cardinals had Eno Slater on first base and Harry Walker at the plate. On a hit and run, Walker hit a double to very short left field. Slaughter ran through the third base coach's stop sign and beat Boston shortstop Johnny Pesky's relay. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
We're fucking around over here.
Relay throw to home plate. Some say Pesky hesitated on the throw, allowing Slaughter to score, but Pesky also denied the charge. Film footage is inclusive, except that it shows Pesky is in bright sunlight and Slaughter in shadow.
It's inconclusive.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I sped over that. Boston star Ted Williams, playing with an injury, was largely ineffective at bat in his only World Series. I believe that injury was the injury that I believe cost him his career, was the one that he took a baseball to the face.
I think so.
I think
that would end anyone's career.
Yeah. So he was playing with a broken face.
imagine 80 miles an hour projectile coming straight at your face.
Boom!
That's gonna.
In 1948, the Red Sox finished the World Series. I'm sorry, the Red Sox finished the regular season tied for first place, only to lose the pennant to the Cleveland Indians in Major League's first ever one-game playoff. So they had a one-game playoff they finished tied, and they had one game to settle who's going to win it. The Cleveland Indians at the time, don't want to offend anybody. But the Cleveland Indians at that time won the pennant by beating them in that one-game playoff.
Why would you offend anybody calling them the Cleveland Indians?
Yeah, that's my good, because right now they're the Cleveland.
They are the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, the Guardians, yes.
But
we
I mean,
have to change
historically
this because
speaking, they were the Indians.
Everybody's offended by people even walking across the street. I get it.
In 1949, the Red Sox needed to win just one of the last 2 games of the season to win the pennant, but both of those games. Both of those losses came to the Yankees, who won a record 5 consecutive World Series titles from 1949 to 1953.
Wasn't that the golden age of the Yankees, though, with DiMaggio and
I think DiMaggio was later 50s.
That would have been one of the golden ages.
Yeah.
See, with the Yankees, there's several different ages.
Yeah, that's true.
With the Canadians, from 55 to 60, they won 5 cups.
Yeah.
And then from 73 to 78, they won 4 cups. So it's kind of like, like the one guy said that anytime these teams that go on these runs, the only way you're going to get the title out of there is to steal it. That's the only way, and that's what they do. So there's many golden ages the Yankees had.
Yeah, that's true,
I mean, you got to
that's
look at the late '90s too. When they had Derek Jeter and that team was fucking.
Yeah.
Anybody they plugged in on that team was just amazing.
Yep. So in we're already at 3 instances.
Well, the Mets are going to be like that this year. We have $1 billion outfield.
Not yet.
In 1967, the Red Sox surprisingly reversed the awful results of the 66 season by winning the American League pennant on the last weekend of the season. In the World Series, they once again faced the Cardinals, and just as they did in 1946. The series went to a 7th game. St. Louis won the deciding contest 7-2, behind their best pitcher, Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson defeated Boston ace Jim Longborg, who was pitching on short rest and was ineffective. Gibson even hit a home run against Longborg in the game. So
that was early 60s, wasn't it?
1967.
So the better pitcher won.
And the better pitcher won the game and hit a home run. When you hear a pitcher hit a home run, that's crazy.
Yeah, because pitchers don't usually hit home runs.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You guys, they're so confused right now, and I love it. You know what we need to do?
If you're not a sports fan, it's hard to.
You know what we need to do, though? You'll understand, not completely understand, but you'll understand how much I love the sport and we love the sport when you actually go to a baseball game.
Hold on. I'll translate.
Baseball games are fun.
They threw the ball, and the man who throws the ball isn't usually good when he has to go at the plate and hit the ball with a stick. Because he's usually good at one of the two things. You're either a good stick swinger or you're a good ball thrower. And it's very rare when those two are the same thing.
Well, the reason for that is because
they focus more on pitching than they do.
Well, not only that,
hitting.
the reason for why a pitcher's never really hit is they don't play as much as the regular fielders do.
Yeah, they play once every
5 days, and then at that you're in for a couple innings. You might get up two times. So it's really not,
Okay, 1972, the Red Sox ended the season with a 3-game series against the Detroit Tigers, over whom they held a half-game lead in the American League East. Detroit won 2 of the 3 games to capture the division title by a half game. Due to the player strike at the beginning of the season and the decision of Commissioner Bowie Kuhn not to reschedule any strike-canceled games, the Tigers ended up playing and winning one more game to the Red Sox, finishing with an 86-70 record to Boston's 85-70 record.
That's a dick move.
Okay, so all this is amazing. I'm just thinking to myself, where's the cursey part about this?
Because they keep on getting screwed.
I'll give you another one.
Wait, no. This is there's a couple more instances before yours.
Yeah, I would like it. You know what?
The reason they say this is part of curse, because think about it. It's you know what a strike is. What happens in NFL or MLB, right?
A strike, like you just stop playing.
Yeah.
Right.
So in that season, at the beginning of the season, they had a short strike, in which it affected, I think, 10 to 15 games in that season. So they decided not to play those strike games and just start the season wherever the schedule started. So the Detroit Tigers had one more game that they played that put them over the Red Sox in winning the pennant.
It wasn't fair, essentially.
So the Tigers won one more game because they played one more game, and the Red Sox didn't play the same amount of games.
Yeah.
All due to the timing of the
Exactly.
Yeah. So that they consider that part of the curse because it was an unfair thing against the Red Sox, and that the Red Sox schedule was messed up. They're just adding it to it.
And this is the 4th time that something crazy is happening.
5th.
Right?
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 5.
This is the 5th one.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
So the ones
10
prior
majors.
to them were just like, I guess they were
So
they just lost due to the sportsman.
So the first one,
part of
little
it.
things like
okay, so like 1946, it was too close to call, and the tie goes and it goes to the runner, right? So that's what happened because
what basically
hold on a second.
It wasn't that. It was he went to go throw in the outfield.
Yeah,
and they say that he hesitated.
Yeah, exactly.
He threw.
Well, still,
which allowed the one guy to score.
Right, but my point is the tie goes to the runner.
Yeah.
Okay. So tie goes to the runner in the first one. The second one, they lost. They lost the playoff game.
Yeah, and
the third one,
but because it's the Red Sox and because they're saying it was the first ever 1-game playoff, and because it was the first ever 1-game playoff, it's unfair because it wasn't a series.
Well, let me ask you guys this: did anybody ever hear him say, I cursed the Red Sox?
That's mostly where I was going to...
Anyone just sit down and think that maybe they just suck?
Well, I'll give you
I'll agree with that, but look, there's a couple more incidences.
It's
a little bit more than
competition.
Sucking, yeah, it is.
Let's just put it like this: there's a couple more incidents, and there's one particular that really stands out. That they think that they were cursed. All right?
Okay.
So, in 1975, the Red Sox won the pennant and met the.
What incident was this, by the way? The one that this one is.
This is 1975.
World
this
Series.
is number 6.
Number 6. Okay. And
so
this is the one that solidified that they might have.
No.
Okay, not that one.
In 1975, the Red Sox won the pennant against the dynastic Cincinnati Reds in the World Series. The Red Sox won Game 6 on a walk-off home run by Carlton Fisk, setting the stage for the deciding Game 7. Boston took a quick 3-0 lead in that game, but the Reds tied the game in the top of the 9th inning. The last inning, they tied the game in the top of the 9th inning. The Reds brought in the go-ahead run on a Joe Morgan single that sent Ken Griffey Sr. winning what is regarded as the greatest World Series ever played.
I'm going to sit here and tell you it was. I watched that whole World Series. Now, I'm not a fan of either team. But
I hate the
because
Cincinnati Reds.
because Cincinnati, the Big Red Machine, Joe Morgan, the team was
that
fucked.
the same team that they had Pete Rose on too?
Pete Rose on it. That team was stacked. Okay, so Boston gave them everything that they could have had, and Boston, like you said, went up 3-0 in Game 7, and we're all sitting around going, "Oh wow, this is going to be amazing." After a World Series good
In the top of the ninth, Cincinnati came back and scored 3 runs.
And all of a sudden, there they find themselves, within here they are, they're right here, and then all of a sudden, boom! For some strange reason, they let the lead slip away, or they lost the game, or whatever, and to that fuels the fire into this supposed curse.
Well, the morale went down. The morale goes down after seeing something like that, especially when you had the lead.
Here's
and
another
it's the
one.
last game of the series.
Here's another one that happened in '78. Listen to this in '78. So in 1978, the Red Sox held a 14-game lead over the New York Yankees on July 18th. The Yankees subsequently caught fire, eventually tying Boston atop the standings on September 10th after sweeping a 4-game series at Fenway Park, an event known as the Red Sox fans as the Boston Massacre. 6 days later, the Yankees held a 3.5-game lead over the Red Sox, but the Red Sox won 12 of the next 14 to overcome that deficit to force another 1-game playoff on October 7th, October 2nd at Fenway Park. The memorable moment of the game came when light-hitting Yankee shortstop Bucky Dent cracked a 3-run home run in the 7th inning that hit the top of the left field wall, which was the Green Monster, and skipped out of the park, giving the New York a 3-2 lead. The Yankees held on to win that playoff game 5-4, eventually winning the World Series that year.
Dang, so he smacked the ball literally out of the
From
park.
a guy who didn't hit a home run that season.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Yeah, see, these are everything that you're hearing here is oddity. It's very strange.
So here's the thing: when it comes to it, nobody cursed the bit. No one when the Bambino got traded, or rather sold, because the brother got sold. When he was sold, he never turned around and fuck the Red Sox. He didn't do that. This is just a series of incidents that happened over a long time. And everyone's looking at the Red Sox going, Jesus Christ, these pricks can't catch a break. And
So
like I said, it wasn't until it's just what happened.
Here's the
in
defining
the 80 years or whatever.
Here's the defining moment.
Hold on a second, and then you have this guy Dan Shaughnessy writes a book. He went, this all started when he got traded. So it's the Bambino's fault. It's the curse of the Bambino. Had he not been traded, had the money that was used for the trade wasn't used to promote a fucking Broadway musical, maybe the Red Sox would be the dominant MLB force. But that's not what happened.
Maybe.
Nope. Here comes the defining moment of this. In 1986, in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series,
I'm erect already.
Against the New York Mets,
Boing.
Boston, who at the time was leading the series 3-2, took a 5-3 lead in the top of the 10th inning. Now, they went to extra innings. This is the top of the 10th.
No, yeah, I understand that. The game was tied. They had to go into whenever the game
Red Sox reliever. Who was the reliever, Dad? I'll give his Calvin
Schiraldi.
Calvin Schiraldi retired the first 2 batters in the inning.
And you know what the kicker is? He was an ex-Met. He was traded to the Red Sox earlier that year.
So he retired the first. So you need 3 outs, and so you're retired 2
in rapid fashion too. It's like 3 pitches, you had 2 outs.
Yeah.
And as a Met fan, I want to take it from here.
Okay.
As a Met fan, we're sitting there and we're going. Now the Mets just had a year for the ages where they literally beat the shit out of everybody, and I mean it. They had fist fights.
The New York Mets finished that season with 108 wins.
They were going to win the World Series hands down. Here comes Boston out of nowhere, and now Boston, you got 2 outs. Now you're in the bottom of the 10th. All they need is 1 more out, and you lose the World Series in 6 games, which is like, as a Met fan, you're saying all this work for nothing. After the first 2 outs. Then you had Gary Carter hit a base hit. Just a base hit. Innocent little base hit, right? Then after Gary Carter, Ray Knight came up, hit another base hit. Then after that, it was, I'm sorry, the left fielder, Kevin
Reynolds.
You got it?
Not Kevin Reynolds. I forgot the name. The left fielder. He gets a base hit, drives a run, and now you're at 3. Now you're at
5-4.
5-4.
Mookie Wilson.
Okay.
Mookie Wilson drove it.
No. He's not talking about that hit.
Now,
sorry.
Now there's a man on third base. Okay.
Right.
And there's a man on second base. The Mets are down by 1. All the Boston's got to do is give 1 out. That's it. The game's over. They win the World Series. Well, Mookie Wilson, there was a pass ball. In other words, the ball got past the catcher, and the guy from third scores. Now we got a tie game. And all you got to do is get 1 fucking out. Now, and the mysterious thing that is this whole curse-like shit, now the game is tied.
Yep. It is
And
now
here's the
5-5.
kicker from everything. Okay. Mookie Wilson takes slaps the ball, innocent little ball that this guy, Bill Buckner, the first baseman, catches 10 out of 10 times. It goes on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ball goes on the ground, jumps under his glove.
And it gets by Buckner.
Gets by Buckner. Mets win the game. Now, Bill Buckner was never the same after that. And I as a Met fan, we're glad it happened because the Mets the next day the Mets were actually losing 3-0 the next day.
So here's
and won the game the next day too.
So in the seventh game, which is again another seven game World Series. Now this is their 4th World Series that they're in since losing Babe Ruth. All 4 of those World Series went to 7 games. The last game they could play in those games. So in the 7th game, the Red Sox took an early 3-0 lead.
Kevin Mitchell, by the way, is
only to lose 8-5. The collapse of the last 2 games prompted the New York Times columnist George Vexey to write articles describing the Red Sox as cursed. And then later, this guy, Anthony's, whoever it said, went to...
Dan Shaughnessy
went to name the curse. So that pinnacle moment, and you hear the call all the time, especially if you're watching baseball stuff. You'll hear that call all the time by the guy. He just died. Wasn't it Vin Scully who did the call, Dad?
Vin Scully in '86 did the call of the Bill Buckner era.
It gets by Buckner. It is ingrained in any baseball fan.
It's it's one of those moments in sports. Now I know you're not a big sports fan, but these things the only thing I can think of akin to that would be the one that they called in '62. I can't remember what it was, but the other one was a hockey analogy of 1980 when we won the gold medal. And do you believe in miracles? Al Michaels, the guy does something. Do you believe in miracles when the U.S. beat? They didn't beat Russia. They beat Russia early in the round, but they went on to win the gold at Lake Placid, and no one thought we could do it.
Let me just put it like this: it gets by Buckner call, in my opinion, is the equivalent in sports to one great step for man, another great step for humanity.
Which was fucked up, by the way, but we'll go there later.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That is how
the thing
it has a very impactful.
The thing that I can kind of equate it to in modern day was when Eli threw the ball in the Super Bowl and he caught it on his helmet.
David Tyree.
Yeah, and everyone was like, "It's incomplete," and they're like, "Wait a minute!
Yeah,
holy shit! It caught it first down."
The funny part about this is that there's still 2 more incidences on this list.
Wow.
So in 1988 to 1990, and in 1990, the Red Sox advanced to American League Championship Series, only to suffer 4-game sweeps both times at the hands of the Oakland Athletics. They were also swept by the Cleveland Indians in 1995 in the division series in 3 games, because at that point there was only 3 games, extending their postseason losing streak to a major league record 13 games. They lost 13 consecutive postseason games.
Yeah, let me get in here just to put it in perspective. What you got, like when you have these curses over so many years, you have different teams. These are not the same. Obviously, they're not.
No, yeah, I know that they rotate.
Right. Like, so you did, in 1955, those guys are nowhere near what happened in '86. But somehow this string of incidents keeps going on, and that fuels stuff like this. That fuels the fire. And to be honest with you, I mean, it makes you think. It makes me think, because what are these poor bastards going to do to win a goddamn?
Well, and just think about this also. Ready?
Just like the Jets.
Shut up.
Y'all lost to the Dolphins tonight too.
They lost again to the Cleveland Indians in 1998, 3-1 in the division series, and again to the Yankees in 1999, 4-1 in the American League Championship Series.
Right.
So they can't beat the Yankees to save their lives.
Mm-hmm. They helped.
Yep.
Until
in 2003, the Red Sox were playing the Yankees in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. The Boston Red Sox held a 5-2 lead in the 8th inning, and manager Grady Little opted to stay with the starting pitcher Pedro Martinez and to go to the bullpen. New York rallied against the tied Martinez, scoring 3 runs in the top of on a single and 3 doubles to tie the game. In the bottom of the 11th, Aaron Boone launched a solo home run. against knuckleballing Boston starter Tim Wakefield to win the game and the pennant for the Yankees. So in 2003 is when it ended, because in 2004...
Now listen to this.
In 2004, the Red Sox once again met the Yankees in the American League Championship Series. The Red Sox lost the first 3 games, including losing Game 3 at Fenway Park to a lopsided score of 19-8.
Bam.
They lost 19-8 in a baseball game.
Bam.
That's a lot of runs. At that time, I believe that was the most runs scored in a playoff game.
I would imagine that's not the most ever scored.
No, the most runs ever scored was by the Texas Rangers, I believe, in 2012, and they scored 32.
Damn.
Just a sidetrack on that game.
Wait.
They didn't have any more pitchers to play, like in the 8th inning.
32. What was the other score?
32-6, I think it was.
Oh my God! There's no mercy or nothing.
No. So by the 8th inning, the Texas Rangers, they didn't. But I forgot who they played. But the team that the the Rangers were playing at that point didn't have any more pitchers.
Imagine that you're like in the 6th inning or 5th inning and you're down by 30. You're down by 28 runs. What does the manager really say to these players?
So think about it.
Come on, guys, we're only down by 18. Let's go.
They have no.
Give me 3 more games. We can catch up.
They have no more pitchers that they can use, and I believe they're down to their last position player to use as a pitcher. They started sending ball boys out to pitch.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yo, that's mad disrespectful.
So
that's so disrespectful. Leave it to a Texan to leave it like that.
Yep. So they lost 19-8 in Game 3 of the 2000.
Shout out to Texas, bro.
In the 2004 American League Championship Series. The Red Sox trailed 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 4. Now this is at Fenway Park.
Yeah.
But the team tied the game with a walk by Kevin Miller and a stolen base by pitch runner Dave Roberts, followed by an RBI single against Yankees closer Mariano Rivera by third baseman Bill Mueller, and won the game on a 2-run home run in the 12th inning by David Ortiz. The Red Sox won the next 3 games to become the first and only MLB team to win a 7-game postseason series after losing the first 3 games. The Red Sox then faced the St. Louis Cardinals, the team who they had lost to in 46 and 67, and led throughout the series, winning a 4-game sweep. Cardinals shortstop Edgar Renteria, holy shit, that brings me back to when I was a child, who wore the same number as Babe Ruth, was the final out of the series on a ground ball back to the pitcher Kevin Folk.
Wait, they didn't retire Babe Ruth's number?
No. This was the Cardinals. He was just wearing Babe Ruth's number.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the guy who was the final out that finally broke the curse and let the fucking Red Sox win was wearing the same number as the man who they believe is the foundation of the curse.
Yeah.
Okay. That's kind of cute in its own way,
right? Yeah. So they're saying that this curse.
It's kind of cute.
It's
kind of cute in its own way,
this
romantic
curse,
and shit.
Cuter than a dick.
So this curse was broken.
Yo,
so that's going to mean for me,
for that one,
in the long run, that's going to mean for me that the next Jet quarterback has to wear number 12, so this way he can toss the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl and break this motherfucking curse.
Watch this. No Jet quarterback can wear the number 12 because they're retired.
Motherfucker.
That was the most Italian I've ever heard him ever.
Motherfucker. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. Good night, folks. Jets suck forever.
I have a bottle of wine at home that was corked, like the Jets had a promo thing a couple years ago.
That wine sucked.
Yeah.
Look at what's named after.
It's still closed. It got the wax seal on it. I'm gonna open it when the Jets win a Super Bowl. So that will never be uncorked.
By the time you open it, that wine is going to be fantastic.
You might
I was going to say, it is going to age amazing.
You might have to talk to Caden and see if his great-grandchildren will be around to fucking open it up, because that's the only time these cocksuckers are going to win. Fucking piece of garbage.
That, in all instances, is the open and closed case for the Babe Ruth curse, because they didn't win a series for...
it's 68 and
almost 80 over 80 years.
Yeah.
They didn't win a World Series for almost 80 years.
Fuck, man, I'm gonna die by the time the Jets win again.
Okay, so we're gonna take a short little break because this has been a little long segment. and then we'll be back to finish this episode off.
The Jets still will suck.
We'll ask everybody around if they believe that this was a curse.
And I want to talk about Babe Ruth being a light-skinned brother.
Shut up.
How'd you do that?
We'll be right back.
I need rubber bands over here.
Hey everybody, this is JC3 speaking. If you want to learn how everyone here at Green Hour Media is behind the microphone, then you want to check out Cafe Talk with Cito. We talk about a variety of topics from video games to our own personal beliefs. So if you want to learn more about us, be at your computer June 1st and listen to Cafe Talk with Cito on all podcast streaming platforms. Hello all, this is JC3 from Is This Real? Do you want to start your own podcast? Then look no further than Buzzsprout.com. We here at Green Hour Media use Buzzsprout, and we love the team at Buzzsprout. They are all about helping you succeed. Buzzsprout gets your show listed in every major podcast platform. Follow the link in our show notes to let Buzzsprout know that we sent you. It gets you a $20 paid Amazon gift card if you sign up with a paid plan and helps support our show. Join us and over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout.com to get your message out to the world. Welcome back to ADHD in a podcast. Come on, ADHD in a podcast. Getting this. Come on.
I'm here.
Okay. As we bring this episode to a close on another curse that it could be a curse. And look, for all the weird shit that I've seen and I've heard, if you listen to Red Sox fans, they really do think they're cursed.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you, Joe. Listen to a Red Sox fan whine is kind of my highlight. You know, it's kind of like putting the Boston Bruins up there and watching their fans whine when something doesn't go their way.
Speaking of, first of all, I don't say the Jets are cursed. They say the Jets are cursed. I don't.
Oh, the Jets aren't cursed. They just suck.
Okay, I don't say the Jets are cursed.
The owner's a moron.
The Red Sox aren't cursed. They just suck.
You're optimistic.
The owner's a
I'm
moron.
not even optimistic that they're cursed. I know my team sucks because they have bad things. There's nothing
bad things.
mysteriously.
They have an owner that does the king.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
Gum and walk.
But that's my thing. With this Red Sox stuff, there's been a lot of things mysteriously happen.
Yeah.
That you could sit there. Okay, I can see how it could be cursed. What mysterious things has happened to the Jets?
Well,
mysterious things. Hold on a minute. You want me to go there? Okay. All right. Let's take one off the top. Geno Smith. He was touted to be the fucking next guy who's going to come in. He's going to do this. He said he mouthed off to the wrong guy. Got a busted jaw out for 6 weeks. That never happens.
And we had a fantastic season.
Okay. Now, how about this one? The other guy with the lily white motherfucker that they drafted? What the hell's his name? Chad Pennington. The guy's like the third game of the season. He trips over the fucking line and breaks his fucking ankle.
That happened to Vinny Testaverde also, but it's not.
Testaverde was a contact injury. The Jets get these season-ending injuries, and they're not.
Dad, you have to understand. The Jets do the opposite. They start curses. We're responsible for Brady. Let's not forget this.
Exactly.
Yeah. There you go. And he takes a beautiful shot takes the quarterback the fuck out. They bring Brady in. Next thing you know, 10 Super Bowls later, he's the greatest guy. He's banging Giselle. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. So the Jets work on shit that fucking hurts themselves and the rest of the league. So we should take the Jets and ship them out to Cucamonga with the rest of the motherfuckers and get rid of them.
No, I'm not saying that. God, it's going to be hard not to say that. Anthony, shut up. So, no, I don't think the Jets are cursed. Do I think the Red Sox were cursed?
No.
I don't know.
I think Babe Ruth was the first black player in Major League Baseball. Do you want to hear my evidence?
No.
Well,
I'm going to tell it to you anyway. Ty Cobb.
Why are you so loud?
Ty Cobb.
And his brother Cornanda.
No. Eric. Hey, Wes, you're going to want to hear this.
I'm sorry. I'll be very honest with you. You're going to have a really tough time beating what I just saw and just put together right now.
I have no idea what's happening.
Exactly.
Well, that's the problem. They should be focused on the podcast.
So there was a sports writer named Fred Lieb. And yes. Fred had an interesting story about Babe Ruth and Ty Cobb. Cobb and Ruth were supposed to go on a hunting trip, and Cobb said no. Cobb said, I would never bed down with a and I'm not going to start now. He called Babe Ruth the N-word. This is 1920. So that was 19. So he called him the N-word in 1920. Okay. Babe Ruth was also called an N-word and other racial slurs by a Giants player named Johnny Rawlings at the 1922 World Series. And when Ruth took a baseball bat to him, they didn't get to him, but he tried to. There was a biographer named Robert Creamer, and Ruth asked the journalist, "Do not write anything about this." He goes, "I don't mind being called a cocksucker or a prick, but don't call me any of that personal stuff." Why would he take racial slurs as a personal stuff? Babe Ruth was notorious for being at the Cotton Club in Harlem. He dated black women. I think that Babe Ruth was a light-skinned black man. After the Yankees won the 27 World Series, he befriended Satchel Paige and sat down in dugouts mingling when, back then when everything was segregated. He didn't give a fuck. That pissed off the commissioner, Kensaw Mountain Landis, who didn't want that to happen.
No, do you know what? Do you honestly want to know why they sat there and they called him those names?
Why?
Because anybody who sat there and had an affinity or whatever whatever the fuck you want to call
affiliation.
Affiliations with African American players or anything like that. At that point, they called those names, not because they were, but because they were with.
I don't know about that. When he was raised,
I've seen photos of black and white, and Babe Ruth is a white man.
He was born from German parents.
Yes, that's true. But during his stay at the St. Mary's School for Boys, he was called N-word lips a lot because he had very broad lips and a nose. So he's been called that his whole life.
Okay, this means nothing.
All I'm saying
Does it have anything to do with his curse?
Well, I don't know if it has anything to do with this curse. I just think.
Wait, hold on. You're trying to say that they were cursed because he was a black man?
No, I'm not saying it was cursed because a black man is racist.
Damn.
What I'm saying is that we want to talk about this conspiracy about this Boston team that just sucked for 80 years, when the true conspiracy is that Babe Ruth was the first black man in MLB history. No disrespect to Jackie.
He wasn't. In fact, Jackie Robinson wasn't the first black man in MLB history.
Huh?
Jackie Robinson was not the first black man in MLB history.
Who was it?
I forgot his name.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to
seriously. Says Jackie Robinson.
I thought that was something that you had engraved as your No, it's just like
Hold on.
Dead air.
It's not dead air. Okay, he was a man who loved to do things. He empathized with the Negro League.
Yes, because that's what it sounds like to be a compassionate human being.
Well, you're right, but you're absolutely right. I'm not going to deny that. But this is at a time where that was pretty much.
That sounds like being a compassionate human being.
Yeah, I understand that, but this is at a time when that was the norm. Yeah, it was weird to be compassionate.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't fit the norm.
So
is there something wrong with not fitting norm?
No.
Oh, no. All I'm saying is that it's a lovely, lovely, humorous theory.
I don't think it's humorous at all.
I think it's pretty humorous.
Of course. I
Babe Ruth
need
is a
this
white
fucking thing.
Well, anyway, let's get on with it because that's not part of the curse. Come on.
Okay. Anyway.
We can at least say this. He is the first black baseball player the same way Bill Clinton was the first black president.
No! Jesus Christ!
Bill Clinton, my rabbi.
Bill Clinton was a black man.
Anywho.
Did you guys see that clip?
No. So, Dad, we'll start with you.
I'm going to speak for Roadblock and say that I don't want to be here anymore.
Do you think...
I hate it here.
That...
does he say I hate it?
Well, I mean, he's not here anymore anyway, so he got what he wanted. Do you think that Babe Ruth, the curse of Bambino is true? Or was true?
I'm going to say I don't believe there was a curse, but I'm going to say that it might have been something that was ingrained in Nah, I can't even say that either. I'm going to say I don't believe there was a curse.
You don't believe in curses, do you?
It's not. I do believe in curses. Obviously, I do, but I don't believe this was a curse because if it was, we really didn't touch on who might have gave the curse, who did the curse. There was nobody that said Babe Ruth did it.
There's no origins to it,
right? There's no origin to it. So it came out of a book that was written in the 97 or whatever.
That's just the title. It just so happens this team sucked for 90 years.
Did a lot of weird shit happen that you can sit there and go, yeah, maybe? Yeah, it did. There was a lot of weird shit that went on. Curse-wise, I think that maybe it's like kind of like a Jet fan when something negative happens, the whole world comes to an end.
You would know.
You know, too.
No, the whole world doesn't come crashing for me.
Salud.
I know what my team is, and I know how my team can progress.
Bless you.
Salud.
Preemptively.
Thank you, and thank
Anywho,
you.
So
that's a no from him, dog.
That's a no?
That's a no for me.
Cito?
The Curse of Bambino, a.k.a. I just need an excuse to figure out why my team sucked for so long.
Okay.
Let's be honest. It's a mixture of we suck, we got bad luck. One time it was unfair.
When you say bad luck, can't you just consider a curse bad luck?
No.
Why?
There's no such thing as luck.
There's no such thing as luck.
Luck is probability. If probability does not exist.
No. Probability and luck are two different things.
Here we go with the college.
If you want to consider them two different things, then how would you separate them?
Luck is the idea that things are going to go right or wrong for you.
A good probability of something happening.
Of outcome. Probability comes down to math.
If in actuality, if you want to consider luck anything, luck is just a good or a higher chance of probability actually happening and going in your way.
But hold on a second.
That's the definition of good luck. Bad luck is a complete opposite definition.
I don't know
so
if I'm enjoying
luck
this or
in
not.
general is just the definition of probability of something going on.
Okay,
there's a
whole.
whole.
Okay. I'm gonna stop this right here because
the chances are still there.
Hold on, wait, time out. I'm gonna stop this right here because I don't have no idea what the fuck is going on. So you say no, right?
No.
Wes. Nay. Anthony.
The Red Sox suck.
No.
That's a no.
Fucking curse.
Okay, I say yes. I'll be the only one that's on that side of the fence.
You want to be that guy.
Because of all the shit that happened. Like, again, if you know your team sucks, and I know the Jets suck, I'm not going to sit there and that they're cursed.
It's a podcast to itself.
I'm not going to sit there and say that the Jets are cursed. No, I'm not going to do that. All right, we're going to have another one towards the end of this season. The curse of 1940 with the New York Rangers. That you consider a curse or not? There's not a lot of things that happened in that. But again, we'll sit there and we'll talk about it there.
That's not even close to this curse.
There's a lot of shit that has happened with the Red Sox over the 86 years that they said, 86 years that this motherfucking owner turned around and sold. They didn't even get money for it. The Red Sox organization didn't get money. They didn't get players. The owner got money to finance a Broadway play. That was in New York.
That's not fair either because a lot of the owners did the same thing.
They didn't sell their biggest players.
No, a lot of them couldn't pay him anymore, Joe. They wanted astronomical fees, and they figured,
that's fine. They still. That's fine. You could sit there and
cursed.
say, but it's not even that. The teams at that point and the owners, if they couldn't sell or they couldn't pay their players, they were selling them to other teams and getting stuff in return for the progression of that team. When you say I'm selling my best player to produce a Broadway play that has nothing to do with the team, and then that team goes on to win 4 World Series in the next 10 years.
I understand what you're saying, but it does
with
happen.
that player.
Okay, look at the guy who owned the Pittsburgh Pirates. He never improved the fucking team.
He still doesn't. That team sucks worse than the Jets do.
That organization is worse, and any money they get, they put into everything else but the team.
That's possible.
So
yes, that is possible.
Anyway, who's up next?
Nobody. I mean, what are we doing next week? All I'm saying is, I'm on that thing. I think they're cursed, and it is glorified by the Buckner play.
Okay, I can't argue with you on that because I've seen
even though Babe Ruth, I believe, was dead at that point in '86.
Oh yeah, he died in '47.
Yeah. Babe Ruth was dead at that point, and had you're 40, almost 60 years past it. But that is because they had that World Series down but one. You know what I mean?
It's actually down to one strike.
Exactly. Like, the Mets fans were sitting there like, no, we're fucking cursed.
No, we knew with the game.
Yeah.
We're sitting there going, this game is over. We couldn't believe it. We're looking around the room like, this is not going to happen. And then when it did happen, the elation, I mean, was just through the roof.
Which is why the 86 World Series, again, is one of the top 10 World Series of all time because of that play.
Yeah, but nothing's as good as the 75 World Series, in my opinion.
But what do we have next week?
Next week is The Curse of the Little Bastard, the car that James Dean was driving.
James Dean, the actor.
Yes.
Yes? No?
No, I know that he had a what was it? Was it a Mustang or an Aston Martin or something?
No, it was a Porsche Spider.
I've never
How old was
saw
he?
one of those cars.
James Dean?
Yeah.
He was
He's
27.
dead.
90% of these curses I haven't even heard of.
No, I know that.
90% of these curses you haven't heard of?
How old was he when he died?
Jesus, you have to get out of your room. No,
I need to go
there's
touch
a
grass,
lot,
right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was
Let me go
24
look
years
at
old.
the losing teams. The Jets.
First of all, it has nothing to do with the teams.
Hold
all
on,
right?
can I laugh real quick? I typed in James Dean. Comes with the porno actor.
Asshole.
I think he's blacklisted.
Yeah, probably.
He
Can
was
we
a
not-
little too
no,
rough and
that's
quiet. You be an adult.
He's got 2 charges against him.
Yeah.
He'll end up in jail like Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, he was
Ron
too.
Jeremy is actually getting off of jail.
He's
by the
too
way.
rough in
When
some
did
of
this
his
happen?
scenes.
Well, because he apparently has too much dementia that they're not going to let him serve out his sentence. They're just going to let him die at home.
Well, he didn't even go to trial yet.
Oh,
The trial
whatever.
was pushed back because of it, but then now if he's got too much,
I don't think
he.
no, it's like he's been declared incompetent to stand trial, but I don't think they're going to release him.
Well, they have to then because he was charged. But if
you're going to stand incompetent, how did we get
if
here?
they're not going to stand, if you're incompetent,
Next week's episode.
You know, if you're incompetent to
All
stand
right, so
trial, then
next
there's no
week we're
trial.
talking about James Dean and the curse of Little Bastard,
That was such a genuine
or AKA
moment,
my nephew.
How did we get you?
No.
ADHD podcast, bro.
Oh wow,
my
he
God.
suffers
Yeah,
from
I
quiet. He's suffering from severe dementia, and there is no evidence he's faking his symptoms. So the hedgehog
So
is not
he's
there
dying.
anymore.
The hedgehog thinks he's a
hedgehog.
Giraffe.
I just got a problem with the whole situation, but that's a podcast.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
another
So next week, like I said, we're talking about the curse of the Little Bastard. By the way, guys, just to end on a good note, we have 2 Patreon subscribers now.
Yay!
You know, so we have 2 Patreon subscribers. One of the girls who bought sweaters, she sent me a picture. She has her sweater and she's wearing her sweater. So we have merch out there. We have Patreon subscribers. We have more people buying our Patreon now. And the TikTok lives help. So if you want to see us Sunday nights around 9, 10 o'clock, we're going to be on live. Come talk to us on our TikTok page. So, everyone, say goodnight.
Adios.
We'll catch you guys next week. Remember,
I love
everybody.
y'all. I love y'all.
Question.
I love y'all.
Everything.
I love y'all.
Good night, guys.
I love.
Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Ryu West speaking. If you want to find out more about the Is This Real podcast, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/isthisrealpc, or on Twitter at isthisrealpc, or on Instagram at isthisrealpodcast, all one word.